Hey guys, I'm going to share a really swift little stretch session with you guys today. We'll start in a wide-legged child pose. Take some long, deep breaths, wiggle around side to side, and then we'll walk our hands to the left side of the mat. Take a couple deep breaths here, and walk your hands to the right side of the mat. Take a couple deep breaths here as well. Awesome, back to center. And we're going to lift and come into our cat-cow pose. So inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, tucking the chin to chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, tuck. And one last time. Inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, tuck, chin to chest. And we're going to come into our first downward dog, pressing evenly through the fingerprints, walking the feet out. And we're going to make our way to our first plank. So you can kind of walk the feet back a little as we slowly press lower belly to the ground, coming almost to the ground, but lifting back up. We're going to do some slow push-ups, just 2 more of these. Take your time, pressing down, keep those elbows close to the rib cage, and up. Down one last time. Breathe, and pressing back up. And pushing back into our downward dog. Pedal the feet out. We're going to lift the left leg up high behind you. Bend the leg, open up that hip. Take a couple deep breaths here before we bring our left knee in towards our chest. And we're going to go into a high lunge. Bringing the hands up and overhead, clasping the fingertips and tilting to the left side. Coming back to center, we're going to bring our hands into a prayer pose, twisting to the left. Bring that right elbow over the left leg and look up at the ceiling. You can open up the hands and look up, and coming back to center. We're going to do a wide-legged pyramid pose, straightening that front leg, wiggling back and forth, bringing that back heel down and up, and back to our lunge, going into our front half split. Point and flex the toes, wiggle the toes around, and sweeping back, going into our downward dog. Pedal the feet out. This time our right leg is going to lift up and behind you. Bend the leg, let that foot fall back behind you, and bringing our right knee into our chest, going into our high lunge. Hands come overhead, clasping, tilting to the right. Bring the hands into a prayer pose, and we're going to twist. Left elbow comes onto the outer edge of the right thigh. Breathe. Bring that left heel back, and coming back to center. We're going to go into our wide-legged pyramid pose, rocking back and forth, straightening and bending that front knee, and then planting that back knee on the floor and going into our front half split. Point and flex the toes. Sweep that leg behind you, and we're going to go into our child's pose. We're going to slide all the way down to the belly, and we're going to bend the left foot in towards the butt, grabbing with the left hand, getting a nice quad stretch. Maintain a press through the hips to get a deeper stretch, and release. Other side, bending the right foot into your butt, pressing with your right hand, pushing through the hips, and release. Push up into your cobra and look over your left shoulder, bending the left foot, then look over your right shoulder, bending the right foot, and continue to alternate. And lastly, ending in a child's pose, bringing the hands back behind you. Take a few deep breaths here. And release. Thanks for joining me.